Hello, welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie, and I'm here to do the monthly reading for the month of June 2019 for the sign of Libra. So let's get right into your shuffle. For those that are new to the tarot community, it's a 5-card spread. First card, overall energy. Second card, finances, wealth. Third card, love, home, family, relationships. Fourth card, challenges. Fifth card is your message from Spirit. These readings at Bay of Fundy Fortunes are always for your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus as well. These are general readings which may or may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, you have to find another reader to connect with. There's a lot of us on here. I don't know what the number is, but I'm sure there must be 200. And there comes the first June bug. And they're right on time. First one I've seen. Here it is, June 1st. How long is it going to take before he comes and body slams the window? Trying to get in here. Oh, they make me itchy just thinking about them. I said, all we need is one warm, sunny day. We've had nothing but rain here almost straight out for 2 months. We had a nice day today. I said, you watch, I knew. Sure enough, here they are, June 1st. They like the warmth, the heat. They do not like the rain. They don't like the wet. They just vanish when it rains. And if you get rain every day, it really soddens the ground. So they can't get out at us, but they are out now after today. When that sun shines, it's really hot. We're not used to it. We don't even get to acclimatize to it, really. You go from rain, damp, chilly temperatures, just a wet, cold rain for 2 months. And then all of a sudden, it's like someone hits a switch and all of a sudden the temperature shoots up, the sun comes out for day in, on end. You find yourself wishing it would rain again. Finding it too hot. Okay. I'll make this the last shuffle. We're going to give them one run, and then we're going to cut the deck. Someone like you. Okay. All right. Felicia, as this deck stands at the top 5 cards that are meant for this general free public reading for the sign of Libra for June 2018. Are these the cards that are meant for the Libra spread? Yes. All right. If you're thumping or anything, I've got a raccoon. I call him Bruce. He's trying to figure out a way to get into the house. He's one healthy, handsome kid, let me tell you. Okay, so pull the camera down so that you can see your spread being laid. Libra, I just finished Virgo, so if I slip and say Virgo any part through the reading, I don't mean Virgo, I mean Libra. And Libra is my rising sign. So, first card, overall energy, 6 of Swords and calm. You know what? This lady will take that at any day to have calm. We all want calm in our lives. Basically, nobody pisses me off, then we don't have a problem. And I'm very calm. Oh, okay, I haven't seen her in a while. Queen of Cups, sensitivity, falling into your finances and your wealth. Your next card we're looking at here, Libra, is 5 of Wands and competition within the home life, your private life, family sector, relationships. Odd card. Number 4 is your challenges for the month. And I wouldn't say you have much when you have the 10 of Pentacles popping up. And luck coming your way. Good luck coming your way. Last card, message from Spirit, 4 of Swords. recovery. And that's not half bad. Okay? As long as you listen to Spirit and you listen to the guides, it'll be all good. As long as you do as you're told. So this is your spread. I like starting this out with the the Six of Swords. I'm sorry, Sixers. Yeah, Sixers. I think I'm going to quit after you guys tonight. I can't talk. The Six of Swords is, with sixes in tarot, they're all about balance, they're about harmony, they're about calm, stillness, rest. You got calm here. This is beautiful. I take that any day for an overall energy. It means the month is going to ride by pretty smooth for you, Libra. You're really needing to hear this. Some of you are really needing to hear this. You have the Five of Wands here, which is going to be a sense of competition in the air, and that's within relationships, so it'll be interesting to see what's going to come up here. But you've got such good cards. You're beginning with an air, and you're ending with an air as well. And this is good. You're going to be able to handle anything that's coming up on this month for you. Anything at all. It shows you giving of yourself, but also receiving from the world. There's a filter playing in your life right now that just came in. A filter. A filter's out most of the negative and most of the bad, most of the darkness, most of the shadow, leaving you only with a purified strain, you might say, of your life for the time period of June. So these things will be filtered out, and you're left with mostly good. You do have this one card here. This one here is a warning for you. You're given a chance. Your message from Spirit, but I'm sorry. I kind of got lost here for a minute. All right. So, the Six of Swords represents, for most people, remember this is a general reading which may or may not resonate with you, but most people, are just coming out of some kind of upheaval, a chaotic event even, and you're just now sliding into calmer waters for smooth sailing, and it's long awaited and seriously wanted and desired to have some calm and some reason, some logic in your life. You've been dealing, that felt horrible. I know people that make you feel that way, but you're dealing with somebody who just brings you down, right? Misery into your life. And there's been some kind of an upheaval that has to do with them and you getting away. Male or female, doesn't matter. Somebody that was controlling, somebody that was overbearing, somebody that had a bullying way about them, and very oppressive to the people around that person. So you were one of them and you felt oppressed. And this person was frightening. And you're getting away. You've gotten away. Put it that way. This is a good card for you because that's what it shows. It shows you escaping that. And you're being given right now a time to catch your breath and breathe deep. To let your guard down for a moment. You haven't been able to do that. You've had to be on top of everything. You had to watch everything. You had to be suspicious of everything. Almost to the point of paranoia, but not really. Everything you felt, everything you went through was based on fact, not what could be or what ifs. It was fact. It was not pretty. That forced you to be, it's called survival mode. It's called taking care of yourself, right? It came to that point. You had to take care of you. You had to be diligent. You had to be on ball and on all the time, in order to take as much of yourself with you that you could, because you knew this was coming. This was not where you wanted to be. But you're coming into calmer waters now after conflict and so much uncertainty, not knowing what was around the corner, just knowing what you wanted, but not knowing how to get it, how to get there, wherever there is for you. This card shows journeys over water for some of you, and you're moving on in very much better positive ways that are coming. But you are moving on, and it's all good. I see new work for some of you, new jobs, and just overall, there's good stuff waiting on the horizon for you, lovely Libra. You're looking at a way of, and you're saying to yourself from here on out, I'm looking after me first. It's a form of self-protection, and you're allowed to do that. Your priorities are changing now, with you at the top 10 on the list of priorities. You're top 10 right off from here on out. You'll never leave yourself exposed that way again. You'll never show your sensitive underbelly to the world ever again either. After coming through, you've not gone to the other extreme, Libra. It's just that you've learned how far you can go, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, realizing that you're human too. You make bad decisions, you don't intend to, but they turn out to be bad decisions. Something you thought was one. But when you get other people involved, your choices and decisions and expectations can change. Your expectations can change. Once you're into it, and you go, I didn't ask for all this. I didn't ask for all these people and this thing that I wanted. And then you think about it, you say, well, if I think about it, that should have been expected, but I wasn't thinking that, and now I'm not so sure of what it is. I don't know if this is what I want. And we all want different things. So, whatever it means to you, however that translates to you. But there are some good things on the horizon for you. That I keep going back to that because it's beautiful. It'll be important at this point to make sure that you don't reach back in any way, because you're going to be leaving some people and some situations behind in order to move forward. Anything that is not serving you, you don't have the strength to carry that kind of weight. So you need to lighten the load, which means lightening some people out of your life. You're trimming off the fat, you might say. It's summer now. You don't need the extra fat. Look at it that way. And get rid of it, you know. It's just better for you in the long run. And it's like we don't keep people in our life just because they service us in some way. They serve some kind of a service to us or a purpose. Shouldn't say service, but a purpose. It isn't about that. Not for me. I've got people in my life that I care very much, and they never do a damn thing for me. Maybe I don't for them either. I don't know, but you care about people. It's not about all that. But some people weigh you down. The ones that are serving you absolutely no purpose, and there's no need for you to have them in your life, and they're kind of weighing you down. The ones that weigh you down are the ones that you clear away. You clear them off. There's no need of it at all, ever. So you have to find a good way and a nice way of doing that. Do it your way, Libra. Libra doesn't like to rock the boat. Libra, you'll find a way, and you'll be tactful about it. So nobody gets offended, nobody gets hurt. That's so Libra. The advice of this card for you, Libra, is real easy. Your overall energy for the month of June is to go with the flow. Just go with the flow, and don't feel that there's going to be a need to resist changes as they come up. Leave yourself open to them. Be smart about them. Just, accepting changes is making a decision. Be smart about the decisions that you make. Think smart. That's all you have to do. You'll know what opportunities or advantages to take advantage of, and what ones to just leave alone and keep on moving past. You are coming out of this a lot smarter than you went into it. This whole thing that you were involved in, this person you were involved with, or this place, Keywords are journeys, and you're going on a physical journey, yes, but you're going on other journeys like emotional journeys, mental journeys as well. You have a lot of things to filter out. Filter could be your golden word for this reading. Shows you moving on in most positive ways. We're also looking at immigration here as well, and this immigration could be going to a place you've never been before. It's immigrate, not immigrate, like with an I. It's emigrate with an E. This card shows some of you finding love. It also sees you finding a resolution to what you've come through to where you are now. And the key word for this card in the overall energy is protection. All right? Okay. So let's move on. It's my cat. I just think he's messed his bowl up. It's got food in it, dry stuff. Queen of Cups and sensitivity. I like her. This usually represents you. Okay, Libra, it is a queen. So it usually represents you. And she's a queen of cups, the queen of hearts, the queen of love, the queen of emotion, the queen of water. She's all about sensitivity. And this is falling into your financial sector. This tells me, Libra, that you have to be very careful with your money, and you usually are. You're very private about that, most of you. And in your mind, I'm thinking maybe this is where my Libra comes from, because it's the way I think. If my bills are paid, and they're paid on time, I'm not behind. And that happens more than it being paid on time. I always have to pay late fees to everybody, but I get them paid. And it's not on purpose, the way it works out, just life, right? Depends on your income. So, but there's the mindset, maybe that's a Libra thing for me, is wanting money in the bank, making sure my bills are completely paid, caught up, and everything's copacetic in that area, and then buying and fulfilling my needs, such as food and other things that go with your household, detergent and things that you need. And if there's money left over after those things are taken care of, I may get a want, something small that I need. It could be anything. I could need a pair of nail clippers. I don't know, and that would be a luxury, right? So if there's money left over and you're super sensitive to begin with, and you just want to see everybody happy, Libra, there's money left over, this card shows you saying, okay, and you're thinking about helping somebody out. You're sensitive, you're intuitive, you're feeling. You're saying, my needs are met, my wants are met, everything's taken care of, and I've got excess. Most people would say, you crazy, hold on to the excess. You can save up your money and you can buy that red Jeep. No. You have the integrity within yourself, Libra, that if you feel you can help somebody, you will help them. And this card shows that you may be doing that, reaching into your own resources to hand off to somebody else, to help somebody through something. She's really great that way. Super sensitive to everybody around her and what everybody's going through. Whether they put it out there or not, she can smell it. She knows. She knows when you're in trouble. It's this kind of a thing. She's a nurturer. That would be you. Decision maker. You know when to use your intelligence side. Keep doing it that way. And there's a fine line between the intelligent side of you and the emotional side of you. There's a fine line there. And if the intelligent slides over into the emotion even a little bit, it takes something away from it. Because it's not about love. It's not about caring. It's intelligence. It's logic. It's fact. It's the dry stuff of life, but it's the real stuff of life. That flows over. You let that flow into your emotional side. That really takes something from it, and vice versa. If you've got an intelligent decision, a logical decision that has to be made, if emotion slides over that fine line and seeps in any way, it takes something from that too. It softens the hard fact of whatever it is you're dealing with, the decision that you have to make. It softens it. You don't want that at this time anyway. There are times you can blend the two. But right now, no. You have to keep these things separate if you want to make clean, clear-cut choices and decisions. It is important to not let either one of those things cross the line. Sounds easy, but it's not. It can be hard. It can be difficult. This card shows you wanting to help others. Use your intuition at this time as well for the month. That'll probably be your best guide, your best go-to. See how you feel about things and what you're sensing. It's not always what you see, right? Sometimes it can be easy. It can be what you see. Say, well, I can fix that. I can see what it is. Other times you have to sit back and wait. You have to observe and wait for the right moment. Things, not everything is going to be as it appears, and not everything is in your face. Some things are subtle. Some things are quiet. Listen to some of them. There may be a friend or two of a few of you. Just be quiet. Don't prod to find out what's going on with them. Let them come to you. Let them talk. Let them know you're available at any time. You need to serve a purpose in that way, and you're the sensitive type to do it, Libra. People feel safe with you. They feel they can come to you. They can talk to you. This sort of a thing. This is a good card. It shows you in good standing within your world, within humanity. You're in good standing. Absolutely. Third card, I don't know what's going on here. Dry all night. Five of Wands. Oh. My life path number is a 5. If I could take a hammer to it, I would. There's nothing good when 5 abounds. Not really. You got the 5 of Wands. It's all about competition. I'm going to say this is from somebody that's close to you, someone you know well, you know of well. They've just been around. You've been around. I'm feeling like this parallel going on with your lives, yourself and this other person. Where this is Wands as well, there's a lot of fire and passion here. Fire out of control. I'm just feeling, oh, Lord. So, jeez, this card. I'm trying to fit it in for you, Libra. This card brings, and it brings it close to home. It just could be that you're feeling it so strongly. Not that it's really having a huge effect on your home life, but it's having a huge effect on you on the inside. Yes, you're going to bring some of that home. It could affect your home. It could be about home. But this is a card of competitions. It's a card of being tested. Sometimes that brings on feelings of being overwhelmed, Libra. Being overwhelmed by others' opinions. Libra has a hard time saying, well, no, you can save your breath because thank you very much anyway, but I've already chosen, I've already made up my mind, whatever. Libra's not like, they're very soft. They just want everybody to be happy, everybody to get along. They're not the instigator normally. And they're not the type to throw themselves at other people. They're not the type to be overbearing because they get overwhelmed real easily. That's the big red flag. It could pretty much sum them up. Not completely, but you can sum up a good part of a Libra once you know they're Libra and they get overwhelmed. And that's not good for Libra to be that way. They don't want to feel that way. Other people giving their opinions and you wish you could just tell them all to fly off somewhere. And you're getting real overwhelmed with that. For those of you that have children in your household, there could be demanding children and families right now. They're getting restless. We're coming up to summer holidays for some. Some have already started. And the kids get rambunctious at that time. Try not to blow anything they do or say or the way they behave out of proportion. Nip it in the bud is the advice coming through, and then move on as quickly as you can to something else so this doesn't linger. You don't want to reinforce or hold on to negative power or energy between yourself and a child. Move on, get them distracted. They think that way anyway. Everything's quick with a kid. They go, boom, boom. You think they have attention deficit disorder. They just like zoom in on 5 things at once. They're going to be easy to distract. That's the way you handle a repetitive problem with a child at this time. Anyway, that changes as they grow, correct? You could go through, this is happening at work and it's happening at home. Nobody's hearing you at all. So when that happens, we all go through it. It's happened to me a couple times in my life. It's happened to you a couple times. You could be sitting around a table with a table full of friends. It could be 5, 8 people. And you're sitting there taking it all in, and then you've got something to add to the conversation, and nobody hears a damn word. And the whole evening is spent, or the whole moment is spent like you don't exist. Nobody's hearing you. It's not your fault. It's just the way the energies are flowing. We all go through it. Even the people that are doing this to you will have their turn to go through it. It is not nice. You feel very alone for this period because when you go home, it's the same thing. And nobody's hearing you there. And that's when you go off into yourself. You become quiet and withdrawn. You just become an observer. Let's put it that way. You become an observer. The proverbial fly on the wall that nobody's listening to. It's buzzing around. But yet it gets to see the bird's eye view of what's really going down. So you know what? In the bigger picture, that horrible feeling and going through something like that, which is not nice, really is helping you in the long run. You're going to get to see people who show their true colors. They're not noticing you. That means they're not keeping their guard up. They don't feel like they're being watched. And when people don't feel that way, they let their guard down. Everything gets easy. And you may see some things that will shock you when people think they're not being watched. So that will work in your favor and the bigger picture. So there's some grace there. You know what I'm saying? Your world of communication as well is going to get very, very busy. During the month of June, it'll be sporadic. It'll be either nothing's happening at all, phone's not ringing, you're not getting a lot of texts, you're not getting overwhelming emails, phone calls, or any of that. It goes from that to being, it's almost too quiet lately. Where is everybody? What's going on? To come, it's all happening at once. Being overwhelmed by text messages, being overwhelmed by phone calls, any form of communication. You'll be feeling quite overwhelmed and saying, why is this happening? This is cray-cray, right? So, but you're going to be feeling like you're pulled in 2 different directions at the same time. That's going to come and it's going to go. And there's going to be crazy days, and you're just going to be saying, Calgon, take me away. This is crazy. Good crazy, not bad, but good crazy, just busy. There's just this electrical buzz that's going around. Every now and again, it shoots out way off far away. Good, that's gone. I can catch my breath, and then here it comes again. It's these waves of power and energy, and they're almost like mini little tidal waves. And you feel overwhelmed at moments. You shake your head. And sometimes we get so busy, crazy, we just stop and we laugh. I've done it. I get so busy sometimes I have to stop and laugh about it. I've got to think of funny things in order to handle it. So, the advice of this card for you is to become, there you go, more of an observer, to see who it really needs your help. Tarot wants you to know that so that you're not being taken for granted or taken advantage of. You'll be able to see who really needs your help and who's just taking advantage of your help. And they're playing the lazy partner, right? And you need, at that time, when this is going on, it's also where people are kind of leaving you alone in a way. By, not seeing you, they're leaving you alone. It's a good time to spend some extra time on you. Where the people won't be pulling you away, interfering. Go ahead and make the most of that time. Try to turn that into something positive. Just make time for yourself. Your keywords are posturing, people pretending to be somebody they're not. People carrying a facade about themselves. It could even be you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Libra, you just be you. But you could be dealing with people that are like that, so tread very lightly, be careful. And I think it's a good thing that you're not being heard because nobody's hearing you, they're not seeing you. That gives you an advantage. Use that to find out who's who. Because ego and pride are going to come into this. There's going to be debates you could be witness to, tests of different kinds, different levels, opinions coming into play, communication overload. Just craziness hitting you in your personal life too. So it all flows in. The next card we're looking at here is the Ten of Pentacles. There are no challenges for you. You've been through enough. That's what I'm hearing. Universe saying I'm feeling this is for a female. She's been through enough. That's what I heard. I have to put forth what I heard. So she's been through enough. And this is coming her way and for others as well. We're looking here at good news is on its way when this card appears. This is a card of self-celebration as well, celebrating who you are. I'm talking birthday here. I'm talking putting thanks up to the universe, your creator, the guides, your loved ones that have passed for being brought here on this earth to have the experience to go through this because it's important. You're grateful for it. You're celebrating the fact that you were chosen and you were brought here. And you're putting that gratitude up to the universe. These things, good begets good. It always does. Love begets love. Joy begets joy. You know, it's not always about, some people say, why does all the bad stuff always come? Because you expect it to. That's why. You need to change your mindset and tell yourself, look, if it's possible for bad things to happen, it's just as possible for the good. More so. If you feed into that, feed into the good, invite it into your life, allow it to come in. Don't be jaded. Don't become bitter. And don't become jaded by things that happen. That's not permanent. These things are temporary. That's what makes life so exciting. Nothing stays the same. Stagnancy. Dirty word. But try not to even go there. Stagnancy. We have to fight that sometimes. But life can be beautiful. Life can be enriching. And even if you have a small life, you could have so many big things going on within that realm that the guys that had the big life never get to experience this kind of big, which outgrows all their bigs. These are big things and little things too. People on the outside, but on the inside, you know the value. You know the value of the little things and how important they are. And they're small to other people. They're your whole life to you. Doesn't matter what it is. It's different for everybody. I mean, I could start listing and go on forever. I'm not going to do that. But yes, it's such a good card. It's the ending of a lot of work for some of you that have been working hard on certain things. It could be projects. It could be relationships. It could be a lot of different things you've been working on, working toward goals, working toward targets, coming to an end in the best of ways. I finally got there. Thank heavens this is over. I'm so happy this is over. You see, tens don't have to be bad. Be quite good. This hits the creative juices as well. A lot of love with this card, including self-love and love for humanity itself. It's a beautiful card. It's a gorgeous card. The meaning behind it, the words, the intentions behind this are all about, I'm hearing, I don't know why, but I'm hearing the word pride. I'm just going to put it out there. Joy. Literal joy. Whatever that means, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. I hear a book in the making for somebody. The cards, so as far as tarot goes, there's going to be families being joined in love during the month of June as well. That's predictor of two people declaring their love to the world and their families and maybe just cohabitating together. Or this is full out following tradition. This is full out permission. This is full out asking, proposing, going through the motions of an engagement, a decent amount of time. Some families, for those watching it, your family, some of you have families that their whole existence is steeped very deep in tradition. So you have to follow that, and you say, I can do this. I can follow it. And you're not going to have any problem following it, but it could be, everything's about respect and the way everything looks in the public eye. You don't want to break that. You don't want to shake anybody's jello tree. You're just wanting to get through this, Libra. So good for you. But again, being true to form, that's the way Libra is. I'm not here to shake that banana tree, that coconut tree. I'm not here to cause any waves. I just want everything to run smoothly, and to all of us to just be happy in the end. Libra's very, very sensitive that way, because I know I'm like that. I want people to be happy, you know. But that doesn't be, some people say, but you're so nice. And other people say, oh my God, like you can be scary. Well, yeah, it's not a problem as long as you don't piss me off. Just don't piss me off. Just because and I think I'm a nice person, overall, I don't have idiots stamped on the front of my head. Piss me off and nice goes out the door. Libra, you gotta learn to be that way. See, that's the bitch of Cancer coming out. So you're not putting up with this shit. You know, some people standing there with a stupid ass look on their face because they're not expecting it. Don't flip and piss me off. Up to that point, we'll get along fine. You know, so that's the way it goes. Libra, you need to be a little more assertive that way. Not aggressive. Because I'm not aggressive, but I am assertive if I have to be. I try to not pull on that too much. A lot of times, rather than be assertive, I've seen myself walk away from things. You know? Not worth it. I could put my energy into that. Let them think they won. You're boring me. Go away. Do you know what I mean? That kind of a thing. You pick and choose your battles carefully. What are you throwing your energy into? Is it going to make a difference come tomorrow? We're looking at things like this. So you have to stop and you have to think about these things. This is a really nice card for family, love, work, and all that. Comes in really good. It just shows you're going to be really busy. There's a lot going on for you, Libra. You're just trying to make the world a better place, and look at the price, look what you have to pay for, right? It is what it is. Last card, Four Swords, recovery. You're going to need a break, all right? If you don't take this break willingly, it will be imposed upon you by the universe, and you don't want that happening. Not going to go on about this, but I told you, fours, for those that are new, about stillness and rest and non-movement, you know, to the point of boredom. Things get so still and so stopped up that some people, you know, are under the threat of getting depressed from boredom, this sort of a thing. So what we're looking at here, though, is a recovery. Some of you, like I said, have been through things. You've been through something. You need to take time to recover. Some of you are pushing too hard every day to get through your day. You need to take a break. You need to settle down now, okay? You need to take some kind of a leave. I'm hearing leave of absence for some of you. You're really needing to do this. I hear way, way off, but I hear the word stagnant. Way, way, way off. It's very weak, but it's a possibility because it's there. You don't want things becoming stagnant with this card. You're to take a break. For those of you that have come through some chaos, some upheaval, some misery, you got to get a little selfish and take some time just for you to absorb everything that's going on with you. If you don't take this break, something will happen that stops you. And you don't want that, because it doesn't usually happen in a pleasant way, but it's more important that you're stopped. You're resting, you're recuperating so that you can recover. I'm going to stop the reading right here. We're at 40 minutes. My God, Natalie. Anyways, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it gave you some kind of guidance of some kind. Also, if you want a private reading with me, please check below this video window in the Show More section, and everything is right there. Grab the email that you see. It's the only one I have. It's the only one I use. Ship it off, and let me know you'd like to have a personal private reading, and we'll take it from there. Also, let me see, what else have we got? Join us on Facebook. We are closed, and we are a private group. You can leave anytime you like, but it's a very comfortable easygoing room to be in. It's very comfortable, nothing's demanded of you. There are people in there who have never piped a word, but they've been in there for like a year or two, whatever, right? So anyways, please join us there. And everything that happens there stays there. That's why it's private and closed. Let me see. That's it. I'm getting the itchy nose. I think you guys are it for tonight. Still got 7 more to go, but that's all right. Anyways, if anybody's looking for me, they usually find me here or down below at this time of the year, down at the cove, walking on the beach along the water's edge that bring the highest tides in the whole planet, the beautiful, the bountiful, the Bay of Fundy. It's my inspiration. It's my life. Anyways, I'm going to keep it short because this is the longest reading so far this month. Oh my God, 41 minutes. Keep the peace in. You can share that love and that light out. Shoot, I forgot to do my candle. I got to do the candle. Let's do the candle. Intuitivecandles.com. www.intuitivecandles.com. We'll do a real quick plug here. I'm burning Majestic Rose this evening. It's my #1 candle out of them. This is why they get slammed with orders for Majestic Rose, because it's my #1. It smells like your house is full of fresh roses, but it's not overpowering. I don't smell it right now unless I stand up and I'll get a whiff. And it's the closest thing to the real thing I've ever experienced as far as artificial scents go. I've seen me buy rose candles in stores. You get them home and they're nice, but this is nice. 100% soy based, completely different wax, completely different. Spillage, clean up, close. If you spill it, cleans right up so easy. It's not like paraffin wax. It's 2-wick candle with a 40-hour plus clean burn. The owner actually timed one of them. She kept track, was 48 hours long. Right now, they actually have 2 of their scents on sale. One is lemon meringue, and it smells like pure lemon, and it's beautiful. $5 off of that one. The other one is key lime pie, I think it is, and it's $5 off of that one. Only while supplies last. Once they run out, they're done with them. They also are running a 10% special off your order. If you put the 10% with the $5 off, you're saving some money here. When the wax melts down, you're left with gorgeous reveals. Beautiful gemstones, crystals, semi-precious stones. We have caged crystals, amethyst, and all these beautiful things, rose quartzes. We've got gorgeous pendulums. I have like 6 or 7 now. They're beautiful. The reveals, they pick you. You don't pick it. They're great. Go to intuitivecandles.com. Use the promo code BOFF10. It stands for Bay of Fundy Fortunes and the number 10 to get you 10% off of your order. They have a lot of scents, but this is my #1. So they have a lot of good ones, though. Anyways, thank you for being here. Please keep the peace in. You can share that love, that light out. We're at 44 minutes as well. And one more thing. Live your life as if you're living each moment under the microscope of the universe. Because guess what? Newsflash, we all are. If you really get the mindset and get it locked in, it will completely change your life. You have no idea. And every move we make and every heartbeat we take, we're being watched. Have a great June. I'll try to get back for mid-month to see how your month is rolling along, Libra. Thank you so much for all being here. Peace out. Bye for now.